Greetings, historians, and welcome back to House of Ideas Historian. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you know, I've read a lot of Avengers over the years, but not only the mainline Avengers teams, but all the spin-offs as well. Not all of them have been fantastic, but some of them have been truly amazing. So here are my top 5 favorite Avengers spin-offs. Kicking us off today, let's talk about the very first Avengers spin-off book, The West Coast Avengers. Originally starting as a 4-book miniseries headed up by Roger Stern, author, and Bob Hall, artist, this 1984 series was a hit. This book was so much fun. A fresh take on the Avengers, this time based out of Los Angeles instead of New York. It was great fun seeing longtime Avenger Hawkeye take charge and lead up this new team. But as the run continues, we get more and more compelling stories. Julia Carpenter balancing being an Avenger and a single mother. The secret behind where Wanda's babies came from. Spoiler, she unknowingly pulled them from the soul of a demon. Yikes. Overall, this was a great run, and for a time, it outshined the team back east. I found myself wanting to keep reading the West Coast line while I was getting a little bored of that of the East Coast. This is hardly the first New Avengers title, but this might be the most unique. Strictly speaking, this book does not feature an Avengers team at all. The main players of this series is none other than the Illuminati. This is not the first time I've spoken about Jonathan Hickman's amazing run on the Avengers starting in 2012, building up to the Secret Wars in 2015. This would be the other side of that coin. Everything dies. That is the takeaway from this book. The Illuminati are back, this time with one goal in mind. Ascertain how to stop the multiverse from collapsing in on itself. In this brilliant run, we watch the top minds of the Marvel Universe reach their breaking point. How far is too far? How far is too far to save everything you know and everything you hold dear? Is it destroying one Earth? Is it destroying two? Is it destroying countless Earths each time with millions, no, trillions of innocent people dying just to save your own Earth? These are the stories and these are the questions that are asked in this book. If you are planning on reading The Secret Wars in 2015, be sure to have read this line so you truly understand the magnitude of that event. I'm going to ask a rhetorical question here. Have you ever been so rich that you buy the majority share of a criminal terrorist organization of super scientists and then rebrand the company after you routed out all the corrupt and evil? Well, that's exactly what Sunspot Roberto da Costa did in this amazing run. Meet the Avengers idea mechanics. This was just such a fun read from the beginning to the end, filled with twists and turns. If you like books with spies, super geniuses, and red, white, and blue themed kaiju, then this is the book for you. And did I mention the patriotic kaiju? If you've been following my channel for a while, it would come as no surprise by now that I love the Dark Reign. And the Dark Avengers is a big reason for this. Norman Osborn is handed control of world security. When he was made the director of Hammer, this came with a few perks. One of them is the reins to the Avengers program. Norman Osborn was in charge of the sanctioned Avengers team. So, the former Green Goblin did exactly what you would expect. He filled the team with supervillains and anti-heroes. And what a power-packed team this was. We've got some heavy hitters like Dakin as Wolverine, and Bullseye as Hawkeye, and Moonstone as Miss Marvel, and Venom as Spider-Man, not to mention the God of War himself, Ares. But the team was missing something. It had no Iron Man or Captain America. There was no symbol that the public could rally behind. And so, the Iron Patriot. This was just a great run, a new take on Earth's mightiest heroes. And what I loved about this, it wasn't the Thunderbolts who were trying to be famous, it was the sanctioned team. That means when we had other Avengers teams, like the New Avengers and the Mighty Avengers, they were actually going against the state. Some would say they were the villains of the story because the Dark Avengers were the team of America. It was a great run, and it was sad to see it go with the conclusion of the Siege event. But overall, it was just a lot of fun. And here it is, my number one pick. During the Heroic Age, right off the tails of the Dark Reign, we are introduced to a brand new school, the Avengers Academy. Hank Pym was training a new generation of Avengers, the Avengers of Tomorrow. At least, that's what we thought. It was later revealed that these youngsters were not chosen because they were the next generation of Avengers, but it's because they were feared to be the next generation of the Masters of Evil. Norman Osborn handpicking every single one of these individuals and twisting them and harming them to try to unlock their powers. It was afraid that that trauma would continue on and send them in a dark path. So, Hank took them under his wing, and he made a school out of it, introducing brand new characters with all the angst and drama one would expect from a high school setting. They even had many crossovers with the X-Men in having school rivalries and having football games. Oh my goodness, I can go on and on. But the absolute best part of all of this is all the different ties to the old school Avengers. Christos Cage gave us so many callbacks to the Avengers history. Callbacks that may go unnoticed to the new reader, but to vets like me, they were truly amazing. Just one example, when the school moved to a new location later on in the run, the new location they moved to was the Avengers compound in Los Angeles. The same compound that the West Coast Avengers used back in the day. It was things like this that tied this book to the past that was amazing, and by far the best Avengers book during the heroic age. And that's what we have today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did I miss a team? Is there something that you like a little bit better than why I put it in this list? Let me know. Hit me up on my socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. There's the comments below, and you can always email me. Guys, thank you guys so much for doing this. If you could just do me a favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and share with your friends. Excelsior, true believers. Till next time.